What's up, peeps? How are you all going today? I was learning this delightful solo with one of my students and I thought, Motörhead, I've never done a lesson on them. So today's the day for it. We're going to be looking at the excellent guitar solo from Ace of Spades. Let's take a look. Alright guys, before you get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is E flat standard, which goes E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and another E flat. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. It's going to start off with this phrase. So what I've got at the start of that, as I'm playing from the 5th fret of the 6th string, this is predominantly a sort of A minor pentatonic 5. I'm going to play that 5th fret and then slide in from 3 to 5 on the 5th string. You can do this as a hammer-on. I don't know why I just gravitate towards the slide. I think it's sexier, but the hammer-on is just as good. At the end of that, I've got to pull off from 5 to 3 on the 5th string, jumping to 5 of the 6th string, and then backtracking down to 3 of the 5th string. This is what we should have thus far. At the end of that, let's slow that down. I'm going to slide from 5 to 7 on the 5th, play 5 of the 4th. At the end of that, pull off from 7 to 5 on the 4th string, jumping to 7 of the 5th. That's going to sound like this. It's kind of on the grace note side of things with that last hammer on. It's quite quick on that 5. All from the start now, we should have this. Okay, then I'm working into a semi-quaver or a 16th rhythm going. It's exactly the same group of 4 notes 4 times. I'm doing a pull off from 7 to 5 on the 4th string, jumping to 7 of the 5th. And then I'm backtracking to 5 of the 4th string. And as I said before, I'm going to repeat that group 4 times. Hopefully that's making sense. And then the last bar of the first section goes like this. Let's slow that down. I want to bend 7 of the 4th string up and back. I'm going to pluck it in both directions. At the end of that, I'm jumping to 5 on that string and 7 of the 5th. And at the end of that, I'm going to do a hammer on from 5 to 7 on the 5th string and then jump back down to 5 of the 4th. So from the group of 4 notes. Okay. That's the whole thing. Let's go right back to the start of the section, play it at a gentleman's pace, and then go even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the second section. Keep in mind that we've been dancing around the A minor pentatonic box and we've just done a modulation to B minor. Even though we're half a step down, it's just easier to think of it that way. So we're going to start off with this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to slide into 9 of the 5th string, jump to 7 of the 4th, and then I do this. I'm going to do a pull off from 9 to 7 on the 4th string, jumping to 9 of the 5th, and then back to 7 of the 4th. So it's very similar to that guy. At the end of that, I'm playing 9 of the 4th into 7 of the 3rd. Then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm bending 9 of the 3rd string, and then while that's sustained, I'm going to do a cheeky pinky, hitting 10 of the 2nd string. From that point, I'm going to bring the bend down. At the end of that, so what I've got here is I'm doing a hammer-on pull-off going 7, 9, 7 on the 3rd string, and then jumping to 9 of the 4th. At the end of that, sexy vibrato from 7 of the 3rd string. This is what we should have so far of the second section. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I work into this kind of cowboy, almost flamenco section. So what I've got at the start of this is I'm sliding in, I think that's a minor third. Yeah, it's a minor third. I'm playing 11 of the third string into 10 of the second, and I'm going to do a slide into that and hit it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I do that again with that little slide. Then I do it again, but this time every 4 groups of semiquavers or 16th notes, I'm going to go up a semitone. So I'm going to go. I'm going from 11 and 10, 12 and 11, 13 and 12, and 14 and 13. So all together of that last little chunk, we're going to go. That's all of the second section. Let's try that at a gentleman's pace. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, last section, we've modulated back into A minor, but this time I'm kind of working through the 4th position of the A minor pentatonic. If you already know that, it will come in a little bit handy when we're learning this. So we're going to start off with this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to bend 15 up and back on the second string and pick it in both directions. At the end of that, I'm doing a hammer-on pull-off, going 13, 15, 13 on the second string. Jumping to 14 of the third, back to 13 of the second string. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I work into this phrase. So there's a cheeky pinch harmonic there. It is a little bit harder to get the harmonics up here than it is on sort of, between sort of frets 4 and 7 and 9. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm starting off from 14 of the third string, then playing 13 of the second string, then a bend into a pull-off, from 15 on the second string. That's pulling off back to 13. And I've got that cheeky pinch harmonic from 14 of the third string. This is what we should have thus far. Okay, then we'll work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to do a hammer-on pull-off going... Actually, I'm going to pick it again. I'm going to do a hammer-on from 14 to 17 on the third string and then pick the 14 again. Now this is annoying because there's a position shift. So I got the hammer on, plucking the 14 again, and then at the end of that, this cheeky phrase again, but this time I'm going 14 to 12 on the third string, jumping to 14 of the fourth, then back to 12 of the third. All together, at the end of that, I'm going to bend 14 up and back on the third string, pulling off to 12, playing 14 of the fourth, and then vibratoing 12 on the third string. So from this chunk, we're going to go. At the end of that, with a bit of a sort of floating dotted rhythm, if you will, I'm going to be playing 14, 12 on the fourth, and then 15, 12 on the fifth. So it'll go kind of floating. That's the whole last chunk. Let's put it all together from the start of the section and then do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Ace of Spades by Motörhead. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you want to get tabs to this lesson and anything else that I do, check out the Patreon. There's a couple of cool perks there. Of course, I include tabs. There's free course giveaways. I will be getting into some larger giveaways next year when I'm able, and there's some more endorsement-y, lovely opportunities coming my way. So I'll let you guys know about that. I have 3 books out at the moment. Shred Guitar Improvisation, if you want to up your understanding of phrasing, groupings, and ways to make your improvisation and/or composition sexier. I have my 2nd book out now, Rock Guitar Mode Mastery, if you want to up your understanding of how to use the 7 modes in composition and, of course, improvisation. And finally, my 1st book, Ultimate Shred Machine, is still out if you want to up your chops in shredding, sweeping, legato, and tapping. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. I'll catch you all very soon.